Welcome to our barbecue, y'all. Today we're making my Texas Twinkies, which are a brisket and cream cheese stuffed jalapeno wrapped in bacon, and I am sharing my secret recipe with you. Hey everybody! Happy first week of October. We have a big surprise for you today. We just sort of randomly realized we were having a barbecue with our neighbor. His name is John. He's right here. Hold on. John is a champion brisket master, all sorts of things. That's what I remember about him when we were younger. And then he moved in across the streets, and now we do these big barbecues. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna show you all the stuff that we're putting on his amazing pit, and you can have one for the story. So I hope you're hungry. My recipe starts with pepper jack cheese, cream cheese, and big, huge jalapenos. I'm also using leftover brisket from this weekend, and you'll notice that it's the fatty part of the brisket, as well as a lot of the bark candy, which adds a lot of flavor. Now I'm just gonna take the brisket, lay it out, and begin chopping it up into little morsels of brisket. Now, if you don't usually barbecue brisket, you can also just swing by your favorite barbecue shop on your way home from work and either buy sliced brisket or chopped brisket, and it will work perfectly in this recipe. And now we're about there. This is exactly the size that you want to fold into the cream cheese, just right. So I'm just gonna grab a bowl and reserve the brisket until just a little bit later in the recipe. Now, my recipe for Texas Twinkies is a little bit different because I use pepper jack in my filling. I like a good string pull when you pull the Texas Twinkie from your mouth, and it just always makes it extra yummy. I'm adding the cream cheese, the pepper jack cheese, and eventually the brisket to the bowl of my food processor, but I've actually learned that you can just fold it together in a bowl and it works just as good. It's just really up to your preference. Now we'll just season with salt, pepper, cumin, and sometimes a little bit of Texas chili powder. You can also use your favorite barbecue rub here. It's just really up to your imagination. And now I'm just gonna fold these ingredients together and reserve them. For the jalapeno peppers, I make a special trip to the Mexican grocery store because they have the largest jalapeno peppers, and you really need these massive jalapeno peppers to stuff. Now I just start by cutting it down the middle and then sort of popping it open just like this. And then after I do this to all the jalapenos, I'll go back and actually scoop the seeds out. But I make all my cuts first just to make it easier on myself. And now that I've got them all sliced and cut open, we can begin cleaning the seeds out. Now, I learned when I was a chef in San Antonio, and you cannot imagine how many peppers I had to clean in San Antonio, that the best way to do this is to get a small teaspoon measurer. It has a very sharp edge, and you just run your spoon along the side of the inside of the pepper, and it's slicing away the ribs and the seeds, which have a lot of heat, and the bigger the pepper, the more ribs and seeds you have to deal with. Repeat on the other jalapenos. Fill each jalapeno with a generous amount of the filling. It's easiest to start wrapping the jalapeno with bacon at the top and securing toothpicks as you go. This keeps it neat and tidy, and you want the bacon as it cooks to seal in the filling. I always use 1.5 slices of bacon for these larger jalapeno peppers, and that seems to do the trick. When you have a bunch of these little Hellraiser looking things, you are ready to hit your smoker. We're already hungry, so let's go ahead and get outside, get these Texas Twinkies on the pit. This smells so good. It smells like summer camp. What kind of wood are we using?
We're using post oak.
Oh, that's my favorite.
I got a combination. I really like to use half post oak and half pecan.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we're gonna let these hang out on the hot side of the smoker next to the firebox for about 30 to 40 minutes. Just because, you know, when you're working with one of these big smokers, it's not like a pellet, smoker where you always know exactly what they're cooking at. So we'll check them after 40 minutes and we'll see what they look like. what did Mommy get you?
Chips.
Chips! Yay! Chips and dips. After 10 or 15 minutes, we open the barbecue to add more meat to our pit and catch a glimpse of what the Texas Twinkies look like. For this batch of Texas Twinkies, we found that 30 minutes was just the amount of time needed before we sprinkle with barbecue rub and coat with our favorite barbecue sauce.
Okay, hello. Are gorgeous. Okay, just sprinkling a little bit of rub on them. Dang, those are good. I better bring you some barbecue sauce because I think those are almost ready. I'm gonna go get barbecue.
Now all the Texas Twinkies need is a glaze of barbecue sauce and just a minute to let the sauce set. Then we can pull these babies off and take them inside to share with our friends.
Texas
Okay,
Twinkie.
John, you're gonna have the first one because you've been hearing about them for so long.
It's cream cheese brisket.
So good.
I think that face means John approves. If you'd like our recipe for Texas Twinkies, I will leave it right below, or you can visit my recipe blog at urbancowgirllife.com. It has step-by-step photos and recipes and all the recipes that you find on our YouTube channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content just like this. We'll see you guys next time. Bye!